poetry after hearing Billy Collins read some of his work at the Philadelphia Public Library while she was still in high school. Additionally, Sarah is a member of Sarah Lawrence's Envire Earth Club. In her spare time, she enjoys chair dancing, doing impersonations with her friends, watching movies that feature Steve Buscemi, and observing the black squirrels native to the Bronxville area. Sarah is honored and delighted to be reading in this year's Poetry Festival. Welcome, Sarah.
My first poem is called When a Loved One Returns. The train will arrive at approximately 11:45. If I strain, I can almost hear the engine, weight of metal boxcars jiggling silver rail lines. The impact tremor trailing the turf between me and you is a timer going off. Dig into me like a shunt, drain the months that have been absent of your phosphorescence, the glow that warms me, lures me in like some peckerhead moth who never learns the light bites back. Insomniac. The Minotaur in his maze comes to mind in the throes of sheep kicking, turning over and over, the desperate counting of a flock making their way over some unkempt fence. Dawn comes soft, velvet-gloved and demure. The first gray-blue streaks poking into the room let me know that I've run out of time again. I borrow that bullhead's low grunt of frustration I imagine he makes, bounding through the same corridors again and again. This one is called Trinket. You are a large, black stone, round and smooth, that I keep under my tongue. Every time I go to speak, I feel you pressing against the veiny underbelly, a trinket I reveal to those I trust. Lifting up that sound maker, I say, this is the reason I lisp, daring another to reach into my mouth, grasp this planted memory coated in silt and mud, pluck it from my voice like a tick from a cat. Something sours in me. I lapped my tongue at fresh lime guts, gripped the citrus sinew, felt it nestle near my gum line. I pressed the rinds against my skin, wishing for a pallor as sour and acidic. They grow in bundles. The first one with the palm of your hand, that orb illuminated as you extended it to me. One bite and I was hooked. Sentimental. Pertaining to or dependent on the weakly emotional, the mawkishly susceptible, the tender, the nostalgic. At first, the sentimentalist, 1, indulged. 2, made a direct appeal to emotions, free from pejorative connotations. Now, she is drunk on maudlin, sick with bathos. Characterized by or showing love and pity excessively, coloring the world with emotion rather than reason or realism. A romantic adolescent betrayed by her synonyms is seen to exude mushy effusiveness, not a compliment, but a weakness. Ineffable. What happens next is called ineffable. which is supposed to mean that it's too incredible or extreme to be described by our limited vocabularies. But I'm worried it really means there's no such thing as an Act Two. I fear ineffable means there's no way to tell what happens when the lights go out. Sure, the red centers in our chests stop, our lives are played again for review, and our bodies are flooded with dimethyltryptamine, nature's empathetic gesture, much like oxygen masks that calm passengers. But there are no area codes for the afterlife, no way to confirm our suspicions and ease the mortal anxieties we experience when our faith and our common sense are caught in a stalemate. The only comfort I can take is that I'll be joining a big club that's only getting bigger, following in the footsteps of countless leaders, some of them kin, most of them strangers. Hunting. The points counted 10. It was just luck. Though he claimed it by killing, he decided to pass the buck. The animal, now just its shock, made the other hunters whisper, affronting. The points counted 10. It was just luck. When the young man's bullet had struck, the silence in the field was bludgeoning. He decided to pass the buck. His father hoisted the animal, one quick pluck over his shoulder. His pride was resounding. The points counted 10. It was just luck. Asked about it later, the young man gets stuck. Claims it was his father, not he, who'd been shooting. He decided to pass the buck. He wishes he could go in with tweezers, pluck out the moment where gunpowder was culminating. The points counted 10. It was just luck. He decided to pass the buck. Examining an idiom. A mason jar filled with handful of kindling keeps a small fire. Label it with a name, store it away. At the sight of the namesake, small fire heightens to inferno. One must keep in mind there is reason it's called an old flame. Do something. There was a spindling tail of smoke before I got anywhere near. Car hood, accordion smashed up against the movie theater. I'm just feet away when a woman hops down from a white van, looks at me with the expectations of an adult. I pause before the wreckage, anxiously note the vessels leaking. My waiting spurns the woman. She tells me not to just stand there, do something. I keep wanting to say I'm not old enough, but no, there's no time. When we get the door open, our kamikaze's weakness becomes apparent. The dark, dank space awash in a cloud of bourbon, her only passengers the empty bottles rolling on the floor. Together, we pull Captain from the helm, her left eye a wide wine stain, hair a drab knot. Depending on who you ask. Sarah Nivala is a mismatched croquet set. Sarah Nivala is a bright, reflective fireman's jacket at the bottom of the jagged quarry, warning the little brothers of the girls who pan and sip wine coolers on the edge how deep it is before they splash in. Sarah Nivala is a string of ghost-shaped lights, dim enough to strain your eyes when you read, bright enough to keep you up. She is a set of fuzzy pink bunny ears straddling the round face mirror so that everyone who looks into it is a little more interesting. She is the dog-eared, margin-filled copy of your favorite book or a bowling ball. Once, someone took her to a jeweler, slid her under his loop, asked for a value. Thank you.